You ever been stuck in a rut? It's the worst. You're super ambitious. You're ready to go and bleh. Ugh, same old every single day. That's you. We're going to fix that in this episode of Sarah Uncut. Hey guys, so I think it's really important we talk about being in a rut. I don't think that we talk about this enough, and I think more people are stuck in ruts than we realize. Maybe that's you today. And it feels like this. It feels a little bit like Groundhog Day. You're like, all right, here we go again. And you're like totally not engaged, but you're just doing what you think you're supposed to do. And as a business owner, that is a crappy feeling. At the time of this recording, it's like about to turn a calendar year, which, you know, in the grand scheme of things doesn't really mean anything. But it feels like it's got this energy of like, I'm going to make changes. I'm going to make things new, right? Sometimes Mondays can feel like that too. Anyway, if you're stuck in a rut, being around this kind of energy can make you feel really down on yourself. It can make you feel like things are just not going your way. One of my favorite phrases is it feels like you're pushing water uphill. So the way to get out of a rut is actually quite simple. And I want you to do this with me right now. I just want you to imagine a time in your life when things were amazing. I want you to think about a time when things just started to really hum. All of a sudden, the copy just flowed. All of a sudden, the idea for a new sale or a new way to sort of talk to your customers just kind of came to mind and it just flowed right out of you, right? It's so much fun. When those things happen, it's because you were not in a rut, right? Something had caught your attention. So what I want you to do is think for just a second with me right now. What were you doing during that time that you're not doing now? I know, but that really is that simple. Listen, you guys, when we're not succeeding, when we're feeling like stuck, when we're feeling like things are not moving, it's because we've either started doing something we shouldn't be doing or we stopped doing something we should be doing. And the best way to know that, it's so simple. I promised you today was going to be simple. If you just take a second and look back and go, oh, well, that's how I succeeded last time. Why don't I try that? Amazing, right? It's really not rocket science, but so many people miss it. And we miss it because you do start to feel down on yourself. You're like, is something wrong with me? Am I weird? Like, am I the only one who feels this way? I'm the only one who feels this way, right? No, there's so much for us to get done on a daily basis as business owners. It's so easy to slip in to this mindset of like, this is all there is. And when you're not engaged, your business will start to falter. It's just kind of the way it is. So you need to look at what you did to keep yourself engaged. Now, if you're going to say, oh, but Sarah, it was outside influences. All of a sudden, somebody else started acting differently, or all of a sudden something else happened. What did you do to cause that? Because things don't just happen in a vacuum, right? They happen because you were out there doing something. You know, one of my favorite lessons for me personally in this, I want to say about 6 years ago, my business started to finally take off. I say finally because it had already been 6 years, right? I was fine. I was doing fine, but all of a sudden things started to shift. And I thought, what did I do that was different? What did I do to cause that success? And at the time, Facebook was still a thing. Oh, wait, is it still a thing? Don't tell Zucky I said that. Anyway, so back in the day, we would do these things called Facebook Lives. Remember those? Yeah, shh, I'm 900 years old. Don't tell anybody. But I realized I had gone live every single day. Now, I had gone live either with someone else to talk about my business and the success they had seen in it, or I had done a video post, or I had just done a post of myself talking. So I would either go live with someone who had worked with me and we would talk about the successful things that we had done together. I would write a post speaking exactly to the person I wanted to work with, right, without calling them out, but I would write exactly to them, or I'd do a face to camera video and just flat out talk about an experience I'd had that day or something that I'd done. And every single time, please, big listening ears. I wish I had like big elf ears to wear. Anyway, big listening ears. Okay. Every single time I invited people to work with me, every single time, every single post. And I must have done that for 6 weeks. And I didn't do it because I was a newbie, right? In that way. I didn't do it with the intention of like, let me just blow my business up. I blew my business up, blew it up. And I blew it up. Why? One, because I was actually taking action, and two, I was inviting. So anytime I'm in a rut, I do the same thing. Oh my gosh, it's time for me to get out there more. It's time for me to invite people. That's all it takes. So for you, I want you to take a hot second with me right this minute. And I want you to think about the last time you kicked some assets. What were you doing? What actions were you taking? How were you taking them? And what was your attitude while you were doing it? And I'm telling you, it makes all the difference in the world. And I just want to leave you with one more thing. I've said this before, but I have a feeling someone needs to hear this today. Okay? Business success is 20% strategy, posts, invite, 20% strategy, 80% mindset. Don't ever let anyone tell you differently. And you know that's true, right? Because you've probably gone through the motions because you're in a rut, no results. You do the same actions with an incredible, extraordinary mindset towards success, towards happiness, towards fulfilling on your promises, towards making a difference for other people, because you're lit up from the inside out and you want to cause something to happen in the world. Totally different outcome, right? I know you've had that experience. This is a real thing. So if you're stuck in a rut, you're not going to cause great results. I got to help get you out of that rut. All right? So you've got to look at where you've been successful in the past, and we got to make it happen again. So write down 3 actions you can take based on your past success that you can take this week. Oh yeah, you heard me. Get out of here. I'll see you in the next episode.